What's going on, everybody? It's Jacob here from the Batting Practice Podcast, and we have an emergency Sorare NBA mini solo podcast for you today, I guess is what we're doing. But if you're watching on YouTube, you are also seeing a completely different background, probably a lot better audio and definitely video quality, but audio for all the listeners out there too, because I am here in a new studio testing out some new equipment that it's not mine. It's a setup for someone else, but hey, solo cast time, test some new equipment. I'm here for it both. And we're going to hop right into some Sorare NBA 26. We got a blog post on September 26th. So I'm recording this on October 1st. So 5 days after they dropped this post, we're going to go and analyze it. So let's hop right into it. Like I said, Sorare NBA 2025-2026 is shaping up to be one of the most rewarding seasons yet, as the article starts off with. We are getting some new cards, first and foremost. Early access cards. They're calling them some EA early access cards. And we're getting those right off the bat, starting off October 7th. So as of recording this, 6 days from now. And then a couple days after that, on the October 9th, we're going to be getting more cards, and then October 13th, even more cards. So what's starting off on the 7th is we're going to get West Division cards here. And then October 9th, we're going to move on over to the East Division. And then here's where I'm I'm the most excited for. We're getting the rookies dropped on October 13th. And this is 8 days before the NBA season starts. It starts on October 21st. So West cards, East cards are great. Why am I excited about the rookie cards? Well, confirmed by Sorare, they are going to be starting off with a 0 average. And if you are familiar with Sorare NBA, that is huge for any lineup that you're entering in because they're all capped. And if you have a player with a 0 cap or a 0 last 10 scoring average, that doesn't count towards your cap, but you can still play him if you have him in your team. So go ahead and get yourself a Cooper Flag because, hey, he's going to hop right in and start playing right away. And once he's in there, he's going to be scoring a bunch of points for your team without having to worry about that cap. So you could throw in a couple MVPs in there. You got your MVP that doesn't count towards your cap in certain game modes. Throw in a couple more. Why not? Because you have that rookie in your lineup. So yeah, super excited for the reveal of the early access cards. And one more touch on the early access cards. There is a chance of revealing a special edition card as well. We've yet to see the full extent of the designs. Is it going to be similar to MLB, or we're going to get some whole new different cards? Either way, big design guy over here, so I like what's coming. We're yet to see it, but it's coming for sure. All right, so competition schedule is what we're moving on to here. It's going to be similar but different at the same time. So the bi-weekly competitions, first and foremost, are going to look very similar. However, you got a bunch of cards stocked up in your gallery, you're going to have more entries allowed per game week. So this year in every season competition, you can use one classic card per lineup as it's been in the past. So you're going to need 4 in-season cards for champion, or for in-season competition, I should say, not for champion. But you can submit 5 of these lineups. So you might need, if you want to submit 5, you're going to need 20 in-season cards, which is a pretty big requirement. But you are allowed to submit 5 lineup submissions for limited, rare, and super rare unique. Super rare unique combined, by the way. We'll get to that in a bit. There's also going to be classic competitions where you can use your classic cards, such as, like in my gallery, I have a Giannis from the first Sorare NBA season. I'm going to put him into probably some good classic competitions. There's going to be a challenger competition, a cap 140. It used to be 120, so we've increased the cap limit a little bit, plus MVP. And again, you could submit 3 lineups per game week for these classic competitions, whereas last year, I believe it was 1. Same thing we saw in Sorare MLB, where we can now submit multiple lineups per week. Like, for example, you can submit in Challenger, you can submit 2 lineups. So same similar-ish thing here, but you're going to be able to submit even more lineups in Sorare NBA. So if you are a big competitor, if you're a whale, good for you. You got 5 chances, 3 chances in other competitions to win. So we also have Arena coming, which is going to be very similar to to MLB, where it's going to cost Essence to win Essence. Essence, by the way, totally revamped. We'll get to that in a second as well. And there's also going to be a daily competition too. Only one per week. It's going to be called Daily Pickup, which is going to be a cap 120 plus MVP competition. All right. So if you have any questions about the competitions, let me know in the comment section below on YouTube, or I'm going to link the blog post to the description as well on both YouTube and Spotify and wherever we go. So that will be a good read for you guys to check out to clarify anything that I've missed. All right. So let's move on to rewards, which it's everyone's favorite, right? It's got to be. That's why you play the game. You want to win. And they have kind of restructured the tiers of rewards. So instead of tier 4 being the lowest tier, we're now going to have tier 5 be the lowest tier. We also have a little bit lesser of star tier being given out because of the tier 5. So we have more cards being distributed amongst different tiers. I, again, would check out the blog post for this one just because of how the tiers are going to be structured. It makes more sense looking at the graphic with the percentages and breakdowns and stuff. All right. What's great about the bi-weekly competitions is that it is going to reward managers just greatly. So champion, remember, you have 5 chances to submit a lineup here. Sure, it will require 20 in-season cards, or if you're submitting 1 lineup, it's going to require 4 in-season cards. But champion, every bi-weekly competition, just for limited, is going to be winning $2,000 for first place. Every bi-weekly competition. This is just limited. And then if we move on to contender, which is also an in-season competition, first place, $250. Top 3, winning money. Fourth place, 1,500 Essence. The way Essence is revamped, that's a card and a half that you're winning, which again, like I said, we'll get into Essence. Limited champion, top 100, winning a cash prize, $15 for 51st to 100th place. So huge competition going to be taking place in the champion and contender pools there. Now, Challenger is where you're going to see your card rewards, where you're going to see a lot of Essence rewarded, where you're going to be able to craft a lot of cards. First through 10th place getting a star tier reward and decreasing rewards as you go down. Same with pickup. Daily competitions, just going to be Essence rewards. So maybe they'll change that in the future. MLB, we did see card rewards for winning like first place in certain daily competitions, but MLB is a little bit different because how many games take place in one day. And then again, this is all relatable, all relative for rare and for super rare and unique. Super rare and unique combined. I want some whales input on super rare and unique being combined. What do you feel about the requirements? How many cards you're going to need unique versus super rare? Is this going to devalue your super rare cards? Let me know. Like we've said millions of times on batting practice, we're not the big, we're whales. We're the sperm whales, as we've put it in the past. We're not taking place in unique and super rare competitions. So it's more of a whale topic to discuss there, but it has been combined. So something that's very interesting there. All right. I think this is going to be my favorite part of the episode because Sorare NBA 26 has taken a page out of the book of Sorare football, and they've introduced hot streaks. hot streaks are going to be rewarding you even more, and you don't even have to compete against other players. You're just going to be competing by yourself against a certain target, a certain, dare we say, threshold to win. It's going to be cash prizes only. Their hot streaks are going to be available in champion and contender. So the in-season competitions, remember, again, going to require 4 in-season cards. But how it's going to work, let's just explain the limited champion one. And it's going to be a little bit lesser thresholds for the contender one, just because of how the cap works. So if you score 240 points in a game week, if you hit that threshold, very similar threshold to Sorare 2021 football, by the way, 240, wasn't it 240? You're going to win $5. That's pretty good, right? You got that just for playing the game. You're probably also going to win some sort of essence reward, at least with a score of 240. That's a good score. But say you hit the bi-weekly competition, say in the next competition, the next bi-weekly competition, the weekend competition, and you hit 250, you're going to win $10. Okay. It's a pretty good streak. You're putting on a streak here. Now let's say you keep going. It's kind of like a parlay, almost like a week-to-week parlay. If you hit 260 in that next week, so you go 240, 250, 260, you're going to win $50. And this is all in addition to the rewards that they're giving out for gameplay. All right. I think 50 is pretty great. If you hit 280 the next week, $200. And if you manage to go 5 for 5, 310 in the 5th week, $1,000. I want to see some people win $1,000 just through the hot streak edition here. So 240, 250, 260, 280, 310, $1,000 in your pocket. No way. That is so cool. I want to hit it. This incentivizes me to buy more in-season cards. Yikes. But that's what they want. That's what I'm going to do. And it's going to be a fun competition, again, competing against yourself. Now, the thresholds for contender, again, limited contender, a little bit higher thresholds for the rare contender, but you also have higher bonuses XP-wise. But limited contender, we're going for 180 points the first week, 190, 200, 210, 220. So this one only increases by 10 points per week. And the first 3 weeks, you're winning essence. So 150, 350, 1,000 essence. You hit that 4th week, the 210 threshold, $50. You hit 220 the next week, $200 for contender. So super excited again for these new hot streaks. What's cool too, I'm not even done yet, is that if you miss a game week, say you're going on vacation, say your internet dies, hot streak doesn't go. It stays there. As long as you don't submit a lineup, you don't lose your hot streak. So a little bit of a bonus there for you guys, the ones who aren't entering competitions every week. Or if you want to preserve your hot streak, say you're up there, say you're at like a 3 streak, and you're trying to hit that 4, you've already won $50, but you're trying to win 200. And your MVP and a couple other your good guys aren't playing in a favorable matchup, then maybe don't enter that competition until the next game week when they have a better matchup or they have more games in the game week. Some strategy to think about. So we'll go probably more over all of this too on the actual podcast. But like I said, it's huge. This is a huge update. Needed to talk about this. So a couple more things they've added here in the 2026 season. We're getting the vault. We've got the vault in MLB. We've got the vault in NBA now. You can seal cards, and these cards can be used for daily missions, or you can use them for boosting your other players. So say you have a in-season card of Luka, but you also have last year's Luka. You can put last year's Luka in the vault, and it'll boost this year's Luka. Pretty sick. All right. This also is going to increase your prize percentage winning too. Hot streak rewards aren't boosted, but we don't need to worry about that. If you're winning in limited contender, limited champion, then we're going to see a bit of an increase in your reward. Same with even the classic competitions. Say you have vault level 5 and you get an extra 5% rewards. Okay, if you win 100 essence, you're actually winning 105. Simple as that. You can also unseal the cards at any moment. No worries. Say your player gets injured, you can seal him up. He's out for 2 months, comes back, he's hot, you can unseal him. Simple as that. Essence. Let's talk about Essence here for a second. Essence was so different amongst Sorare MLB and Sorare NBA, but they've finally, as we love to say here, homogenized it. Each card going to be crafted at 1,000 limited essence per craft. And all of your essence in the past is going to be multiplied into the new current essence system. It's going to be scaled up. So, for example, if I have 20 limited essence remaining in my Sorare NBA account, it's going to be increased 10 times. So I'll have 200. And the card craft is 1,000 essence. All right, I'm a fifth of the way there already. Same with rare, 10 times, super rare, 10 times, unique is only 3 times. But like I said, as we go down the line, super rare and unique, I'm not entirely sure how that essence really works in the first place because we don't play that competition. We're not the biggest whales. What's cool, what's really, really cool about crafting in Sorare NBA is that they're offering a buyback. So if you are not happy with your craft, you'll be able to offer that card back to Sorare for some essence. So a little bit of like a trade-in value. You're going to lose some percent, obviously, unless you get like an MVP, but then why would you want to trade that card in for essence? Essence you can also use for crafting clues. So you'll get clues towards the card that you can craft as well. And this might help you make a better pick when crafting because now you're going to get to choose between a couple of cards to craft instead of just crafting a single player. Again, something totally new us Sorare MLB users are not familiar with. This feature won't be available until the day after Sorare NBA or the NBA, the actual NBA season starts October 21st. This is going to be available October 22nd. All right. Super excited to see how that works. I keep saying it. I'm just excited. I love this update. As someone who was winding down on the Sorare MLB season, I started to think about Sorare NBA. And it was like, we haven't seen anything. And then they released this. It's because they were planning something big like this. Other couple small things for you guys. Common is going to be a little bit different, a little bit smoother. There's going to be a pack opening aspect, which who knows how that's going to work. We'll see about it. The in-season tournament, the Emirates NBA Cup has returned. Boosted rewards, boosted hot streaks. If you hit the hot streaks during the in-season tournament weeks, if you stay in that in-season tournament and hit those hot streaks, I might have heard Sorare John say that they will increase your rewards by 5 times. 5 times. So if you hit that limited hot streak times 5, you're winning 10 grand. Does my math add up there? Wait a minute. In limited, I want to see it. I want to see it happen. I want someone to win some life-changing money with a $50 lineup. Is it going to happen? Who knows? Like I said, it's basically a parlay sort of aspect at that point. Missions are coming back. Card XP is a little bit different. There's a whole breakdown on the blog. I'm not going to get into it because it's a bunch of numbers. And that's pretty much it. Now, I also heard John tease this thing called the wheel, which you're going to get one daily spin per the wheel. And there's different rewards on the wheel, and certain things are going to pop up like essence rewards or card rewards. But I also heard teases of ticket rewards and merchandise rewards. And we will see how the wheel goes, but that's really got me going too. That's a free entry every day to win some stuff just for having a Sorare NBA account. So I think that's about it. First and foremost, how's the setup? How's the audio? How's the video? Let me know. I'm excited to test it out. I'm excited to upload this to YouTube. 4K? 4K? Oh my goodness. I'm used to recording with my MacBook webcam. So this is going to be awesome for you guys. And any questions on the Sorare NBA 26 season, let me know. I will answer them to the best of my ability. Can always reach out and get some inside info too. If you're listening to this on Spotify, give us a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Check out some of our shorts. Check out our MLB podcast. It's the postseason. It's hot. It's wild card round as I'm recording this. It's been fun. So I guess I should probably end this like Nosh, right? It's technically an episode of Batting Practice, the emergency NBA episode. And I just want to thank everybody for coming today. And until next time, now it's time to get in the game. Peace.